Sanibona, uLithemba Mzobelona. Eh, I was being touched by uNkulunkulu these days ukuthi in as much as I try so hard ukuthi ngidlulise imiyalezo yakhe to abantwana bakhe, kodwa akwanele ezinkundleni zokuxhumana. Akwanele because I've been passing them through TikTok and doing written messages, written preachings, trying to make it easier for people to understand the Lord, trying to separate things ngizihlakaze, so that everyone can see and understand ukuthi uNkulunkulu ungubani, uNkulunkulu ukuyaleza ngani, uNkulunkulu ufuna wenze njani. And I need to come back to this platform as well as Ukholo Nkulunkulu, because it is where I can actually explain everything ngesikhathi esanele ngokholo Nkulunkulu up until we finish everything that the Lord wants us to know and want you to hear. So indaba ebalulekile kakhulu ukuthi izulu liyakubiza, izulu liyakuthanda, izulu liyakulangazelela, izulu it is busy trying to make you understand that in order to save yourself, you need to work yourself. You need to work for yourself. You need to work now. The time has come for you to wake up from that sleeping bed, for you to wake up from that deceiving job, for you to wake up from that deceiving marriage, from you to wake up from that deceiving lie you have been living all your life. Kubalulekile ukuthi sazi bantu bakaNkulunkulu ukuthi as the heaven keeps on waiting for you to wake up, as the Lord Jesus Christ keeps on knocking at your door, it is your responsibility to wake up. It is your responsibility to open that door. Umvulele uKristu angene aphile nawe, adle nawe. Otherwise, if you do not do such, if you do not do that, then you will eventually die, because umoya kaNkulunkulu, it is roaming around, it is still roaming, trying to get as everyone to come back to the house of the Lord, to come back to where it is safe, to come back to where there is enough food, to come back to where there is enough clothes, to come back to where kunayo yonke into oyidingayo ungeze waswela lutho. Remember what uJesu, or what what umholi wethu uJesu came here to do. It is to emphasize everything uNkulunkulu ayemyaleze ngayo noma ayesiyaleze ngayo ezifikela yena mathupha ubaba wethu ohlala ekhayizulwini. Remember what uNkulunkulu umdali wezulu nomhlaba did with abathandiweyo bakhe izwe lakwa-Israyeli. Bathi behamba for 40 years, behamba ehlane, abazange baze baswele ukudla, but each and every morning wayebanikeza imana, ebondla njalo ekuseni bethola imana, ethola umuntu imana emanele, njalo ntambama baphinde bathole another mana ebanele. Bathi bekhala sebekhumbula ukudla babekujwayele, nguNkulunkulu onothando onomusa, waphinda bagixabeza ngezagwaca futhi, waphinda bagixabeza ngokudla okuzoba mnandi abakuthandayo. And uNkulunkulu gives you everything oyithandayo, everything oyidingayo, ngoba ungumntwana wakhe amthandayo. I always try to make things be more understandable to people by saying ukuthi we need to fit everything using the examples of our daily life activities, using the examples of our daily lifetime nezinto ezenzekalayo emhlabeni. And I always put this an example ukuthi there is no parent emhlabeni ongathi ezala umntwana shiya laba asebe inzalo einyoka laba izingane ezingazi nokuthi umntwana unakekelwa kanjani because nayo usuke sayingane kwayena. Ngikhuluma ngabazali mina abahlakaniphile, umzali oyihlelelayo ingane yakhe before ayizala, umzali owazi ukuthi ingane njengoba ifika isinazo zonke izinto ezidingayo. I'll save them money for them to go to school after they finish high school. I'll give them everything through every season. There's a lot of money for them to buy them new clothes. If they grow, they're gonna need this. And ahlele yonke into yakhe ihambe ngendlela, ihambe ngomumo. And umzali wethu omkhulu nguJehova created everything singakabi bikho thina. He created umhlaba wawuhlukanisa ubumnyama nokukhanya because he knew there will come a time whereby you're gonna be so tired from all your daily duties during the day and you're gonna need your rest at night. And he separated the darkness with the light. Separated ulwandle nomhlabathi owamuleyo because he knew ukuthi there will come a time whereby there will be a creation engeke ize ikwazi ukusurvive emanzini for the rest of their lives, engeke ikwazi ukusurvive emoyeni for the rest of their lives, because before everything was created umoya kaNkulunkulu wawehla wenyuka phezu kwamanzi because kwakubumnyama phezu kothwa. And when he separated the waters with the land, he knew there will be animals abahamba ngezinyawo ezimbili, ahamba ngezinyawo ezine. He knew there will be humans abahamba ngezinyawo ezimbili that will need to walk in this land. And he created everything in his own likeness, ngobungcwele bakhe and ngobuhle bakhe obukhulu obungaphezu kwayo yonke into. And when he created everything, he made sure ukuthi yonke into yinhle, yonke into it is set, yonke into ikhona, yonke into ezodingeka ikhona, because wazi ngemuva, aziphambili, azinamhlanje, azikusasa. He can see 100 years coming from now. He can see 5,000 years from now. He can see everything. He has planned everything. And he knows uNkulunkulu ukuthi uzomthumela nini uKristu ukuthi azolanda ibandla lakhe. And he knows ukuthi isikhathi sesiyashaya. That is why umoya kaNkulunkulu lo washiya uJesu wathi anginishiyi nodwa abafundi bami kodwa nginishiya nomduduzi umoya engcwele oyakunifundisa konke. Nginishiya nomfundisi Yena umfundisi ozonifundisa iqiniso anyalo because akasekho umprofeti osezofika manje ovele ekhaya ezulwini ezela azombatha inyama yomuntu. No, there's nothing that is going to happen like that. Ayisekho into kanjalo ezokwenzeka, but sekuzoqhamuka manje umoya kaNkulunkulu ozohlala kwimvelo ekhona vele. Bese usuhleli kuleyo mvelo, you want to uthatha indawo and spread the word, because the word is still that one yokuthi phendukani ngoba umbuso wezulu ususondele, namukela uJesu njengenkosi lomsindisi nizisindise. And uNkulunkulu ngoba uyazi ukuthi sesisondele kangakanani leso sikhathi, yikho izwi lakhe selisabalala kangaka kulezi insuku, yikho izwi lakhe eselitshala kangaka ezinhliziyweni zabathunywa bakhe ukuhambisa imiyalezo yakhe, because uyazi ukuthi isikhathi sesiseduze kangakanani. So let us get back to the creation. And God created the sun as a representative of his ikhathi. Ekseni malisaphuma ilanga kusempondo zankomo, emini ebebade, ntambama seloyilahla kunina seliyaphela usuku, sekungena ubusuku. Nasebusuku futhi there is another light einyanga, because God knows we always need the lights ngaso sonke isikhathi, because no one can see in the darkness, no one can see masekumnyama. We always need the light. We always need ukukhanya ukuze sikhanyiseleke ngazo zonke izikhathi, ngazo zonke izindlela, because we need to maneuver around, right? So in order for you to maneuver around, you cannot just maneuver in the darkness. Hello, uzolimala. uzowa, uzoshayeka, uzoqhuzuka, kuzokwenzeka anything and everything to you, but you will need the light so that you can maneuver ngayo yonke indlela. God knew ukuthi there are people that were going to maneuver at night. And inyanga iyasikhanyisela at night as well. The stars ayasikhanyisela at night as well. Yazi ukuthi I've learned something. I remember when I used to live in Durban. Wake wathi omunye uthisha, yazi uboku notice ukuhlala emakhaya nokuhlala edolobheni ukuthi edolobheni izinkanyezi awukwazi ukuzibona. Noma uzibona but uzibona just a glimpse okuncane. Why? Because there's too much light. Emadolobheni amabhilidi ayakhanya wonke maningi, so they surpasses all the light yasezulwini ingabe sakwazi ukukhanyisa, because izinkanyezi are supposed to be the light as well. Shining star, lightning star, inkanyezi. That's inkanyezi yokusa, inkanyezi enhle ekhazimulayo. Everything ekhazimulayo, it is a light. And we remember stars as a representative of years. Ukuthi masophelile lo ya 12 months bese ke iyavela inkanyezi yodwa represent ukuthi sekuphela iminyaka emingaka ke manje. And when God created everything, he had a plan ukuthi okay, njengoba sengikudalile konke lokho kuzoba usizo olunje kumuntu, kuzoba usizo olunje kubantu engizobadala. And there's something amazing that God created as well. Wathi kumele zonke izihlahla ezithela imbewu, imifino ethela imbewu. Yamila izihlahla zama-aphula, wamila izihlahla zabo-banana, wamila mango, amila amagrapisi, my favorite food. Kwamila konke because uNkulunkulu knew ukuthi in the creation that I'm going to create, there's going to be a source of energy for them to survive. Because inyama ihambe khathale, inyama ihambe ilale phansi, inyama ihambe iphelelwe amandla. But when you grab that sugar from that apple and eat it, the energy gets developed once and for all, again and again. And you become more energetic to do more work out there. So I was still saying ukuthi it is important to understand uthando lukaNkulunkulu. It is important to understand ububele bakaNkulunkulu. It is important to understand umusa kaNkulunkulu and to understand God enkazimulweni yakhe himself. Sorry, I didn't start with the topic, but isihloko engifisa sihambe ngaso ukuthi find yourself to find heaven. Zithole wena ukuze uthole umbuso wezulu. And as I have mentioned, in the first book of Genesis, uyachaza uNkulunkulu ukuthi ngathi sengimdala umuntu ngamdala ngomfanekiso wami. I created man and woman in my own righteousness. Ngamphefumulela ngomphefumulo wami, wasiba kanjalo umphefumulo ophilayo. And that spirit of God that lives within you, ehlala la kuwe, yisona esenza ukuthi uconnecte with everything that you have to learn about the Lord. Isona esekwenza umphefumulo wakho ukwazi ukunderstanda, ufunde ukuthi ungubani, khona uzokwazi ukuthi uvelaphi, ebese uyaqonda ukuthi kumele wenze njani ukuze ubuyele la uvela khona. Because indaba isamile phela, indaba ingumbuso wezulu. Indaba isamile phela, indaba isekuthenini siseyikhathini zokugcina. Yini kumele siyenze njengamanje ukuze sithole umbuso wezulu? Yini kumele siyenze manje because sesilahlekile? Isono sesingenile ngabazali bethu Adam no Eva. Ungalaleli sekungenile ngabo. But indaba isamile ekuthenini kumele wenze njani ke manje? The topic is find yourself to find heaven. God says in this world, Ozithola Yena uthola umbuso wezulu. Now we all need to know and understand that the only way to understand yourself is the only way you can know how to go, how to live, how to wear, how to talk. Mawusuzuqonda kuqala, yila usuzokwazi ke khona ukuthi kumele ngenze kanjani. And that is when you will understand where you are designated, where you're supposed to be located. Like mawuzazi ukuthi you hate talking, then definitely teaching is not your thing. You know, masuzitholile wa understand ukuthi mina ave ngakuthandi nje ukukhuluma. How can you go to studying teaching le ezokwenza ukhuluma each and every day if you deeply understand ukuthi mina talking is not my thing? I rather write something down, or I rather type it on my phone. I rather use some other sort of communication, but layer verbal, it is not my thing. The fact that you understand, this is when you will know ukuthi loya mnyango loyana wozongenza ngikhulume kakhulu, loya mnyango wakwa-law, loya mnyango waka-journalist akusiwona umnyango wami ozongenza ngihlezi njalo kumele ngikhulumisane nabantu, ngihlezi njalo kumele ngithethe, ngihlezi njalo kumele ngitholakale ngikhuluma, because it is not my thing. It is not in one of my characters or my traits as a person. Only when you find yourself, that is when you will understand everything like that. So when you find yourself, you will find your character. You will find what you want. You will find what you need to know. You will find your behavior, your wishes. And that is when you can decide where to go. Ila usuzokwazi ke manje, ukuqonda nokuzikhethela ukuthi kumele ngiye kuphi. Kumele ngihambe kuyiphi field. Kumele ngifunde kuphi. Ngoba njengoba sizingane zonke lapha emhlabeni, yonke into siyayifunda. You need to learn something first in order for you to be successful in it, in order for you to understand it, in order for you to excel in it, in order for you to do it the right way. You can never pass an exam ungafundanga. You can never get to that paper and write the right answers ungafundanga. You will need to study first. You will need to practice that mathematics each and every day, so that uzokwazi ukuthi mawungena kuleya exam ungene uyazi trigonometry ukuthi kumele ngazi ukuphi, ungene uyazi geometry, ungene wazi ukuthi mangisolve x I would definitely need my calculator ukuze ngikwazi ukuthi ngihambe kule ndlela, ukuze ngikwazi ukuthi ngiliphase leli paper. So I want to make an example. Let's say you choose to be a nurse. You wanna go study nursing. First, mongena kuleya field, you will need to understand, what does it mean to be here? Who are nurses? Kusho ukuthini ukuba khona kwami lana njengomhlengikazi? Because deep down, you want to be a nurse, but you can't just from high school and go straight to a clinic and go straight to a special and go straight to whatever we feel, ama homes or whatsoever. Ungaqalanga wawenza i-home base laphaya. Ungaqalanga wenza i-nursing laphaya e-university. Ungaqalanga waye college ye-nursing, so that uzofunda ukuthi unesi umuntu onjani, unesi wenza njani, unesi uziphatha kanjani, unesi ugqoka kanjani, unesi uziphatha kanjani iziguli ke self, unesi ulindeleke ini kuyena each and every day. And you'll find out when you study that a nurse is a person that needs to have deep within love for other people first. Unesi mele kuba umuntu othandayo ukunakekela second. Umuntu ongakhathali abantu. Umuntu ongakhathali umsebenzi wakhe, ongezonvuka ngaso sonke isikhathi egqilazekile ukuthi sengiyalapha futhi abantu ave benesidina. Cha. Uma unesimele ube nenhliziyo emnene njalo ebekezelayo, ebekezelela abantu, because you will need to save them one day. You will need to save them. Even noma abantu bengabangela isicefe kangakanani nalabo abafuna amaphilisi nalo, but you will need to be at a point la khona uzo-understand ukuthi laba bantu ngizosiza bona, ngizoseva bona, ngizosindisa bona. Ngaleyo ndlela ingale nkathi uzokwazi ukuthi uwenze umsebenzi wakho ngendlela efanelekile. It is unfortunate njengamanje ukuthi abantu they just enter into fields kuthola ukuthi umuntu akuyona into yakhe, into angayithandi. Abanye angene kumsebenzi ozomsebenzisa ngabantu kodwa enenhliziyo encane. Hello, we see you ladies lapha ko home affairs. We see you ladies lapha ema clinic. We see you how much you torture ogogo bethu. We see you how much you torture izingane ezincane lizithethise engazi ukuthi azisile la ikhanda. Nibathethisa abantu abadala. Nithi awusukhamile futhi afune sidina njalo wena. We see you and God see you how you treat bad abantu ngaleyo ndlela lapha ezindaweni. La khona kade wenza i-oath, wenza isifungo sokuthi ngizosebenza with patience, ngizosebenza ngothando, ngizosebenza ngokubekezela, ngizosebenza ngokubathanda abantu, ngibaseve ngaso sonke isikhathi. Kodwa ithi masusu right, usudriver leya moto yakho, leya Hyundai yakho, usugqokile lawo maqhoks akho naleso sketi sakhe sikubambayo naleyo pantyhose yakho i-changer every day ungayiwashi. You come with so much pride ebese uyabathethisa abantu mabenza izinto ezirong kodwa ubewazi kahle ukuthi vele wawungenele lapho kuyoshintsha abantu amanapukeni. You know very well ukuthi wawungenele lokho lapha eclinic, lapha esibhedlela, lapha ehome. Uyazi ukuthi wawungenele lokho. So why are you shouting to that old lady? Why are you shouting to that old man? Ngoba nakhe engakwazanga ukuzibamba, ngoba nakhe ethe ekubiza ukuthi cela umsizi umfake uwheelchair ahambe aye endaweni endlini yakhe encane, wena waba busy nefoni yakho and masezimoshele and then you shout at them. Ufise nokubashaya. Yazi umuntu omdala yazi isiqalekiso leso. Cause ithi incwadi Leviticus kubalekile ukuhlonipha impunga. Otherwise isiqalekiso silethela sona. It is so much bigger. Hlonipha uyihlo nonyoko izinsuku zakho zande ezweni. If you do not respect, guess what? Ziyancipha izinsuku zakho azande nakancane sithando. So we see you everything oyenzayo lapha. We see how much nidlala ngabantu ko home affairs, umjikise umuntu 100 times. Athi efikile ezofuna nje just one simple thing as an ID. Udlale ngaye uthi hayi kufuneka incwadi ekhansela ungamtshela ukuthi kuzodingeka namakhophi. Udlale ngaye uthi hayi kudingeka amakhophi awu2 ungamtshela ukuthi kudingeka awu5. Athi sebuyile athi ubuthe kudingeka awu2 uthi ngithe awu2 ayidingeka awu5 phinda ubuyele emuva. Udlale ngaye umuntu wabantu ebesebenzise imali yakhe yokugcina to come to that place because uyayidinga leya ID. We see you ladies. Nikhafuza ushingam lapha yani relax and round ezihlalo and do not serve people. Ni busy ni spend imali umhla ka25 kodwa niyawazi, umhla ka15 kodwa niyawazi, umhla ka31 kodwa niyawazi, and you always ready to go out there and spend that money kodwa ni busy nidlala ngabantu. The Lord see you, I promise you. The Lord see you how bad you treat abantu bakhe. The Lord see you izinto ezimbi enizenzayo. Because ekufihlakaleni we all see zonke lezinto and abantu sebeyabekezela because they so called need whatever they need ngaleso sikhathi. But everything it is seen eniyenzayo, everything iyabonakala enilibele nizondla ngayo, nizikhandla ngayo because anendaba nabantu nina. Unendaba naleya mali kuphela ozoyihola, unendaba naleya car allowance kuphela, unendaba naleya medical aid kuphela khona uzophakama ngayo usudrive leya moto usukhukhumele manje because you have all the things that you want vele wena and konke wakho seku right seku served, konke kwakho usukutholile, but abanye abantu suba treat her like dirt. God sees you, I promise you. God underlines everything oyenzayo ngoba umthetho omkhulu umthetho wothando. Number 1, uthanda uJehova ngayonke inhliziyo yakho, ngawonke umphefumulo wakho, ngawonke amandla akho, ngiye ngithi mina nangaso sonke isikhathi sakho because vele usiphiwe yena isikhathi la emhlabeni. And mase siphelile ungasebenzisanga ngendlela efanelekile, woe unto you. Umthetho number 2 ukuthanda umakhelwane wakho njengoba uzithanda wena. Yibo nje ukwazi ukuthi uzithande wena, ungene esitolo uzithengele that expensive sneakers like 3,000, which means you can do the same thing for your neighbor. Which means umakhelwane wakho mingenayo into yokugqoka kubanda umbone ngenalo ijezi, you can go to a shop ulithathe linye ijezi umthengele. That's the same amount of love. Indlela enikwazi ukuthanda ngayo imindeni yenu, abangani benu, indlela kumele uthande ngayo wonke umuntu, especially nina enisebenza ngabantu. I don't know why God is leading me to say this thing, but please, God can see everything out there. God knows how much it's important ukuthi uphile impilo yothando ngaso sonke isikhathi, ukuthi uphile impilo yokubekezela ngaso sonke isikhathi, because those are one of izithelo zikamoya. If kodwa uzimisele ngokukhula kwezikamoya, if kodwa uzimisele ngokuxhumana nezulu ngaso sonke isikhathi, if kodwa uzimisele ngokuthanda izulu futhi uhlezi wazana nalo. And another thing ekumele uyifunde uyazi, we all need to understand ukuthi nurses need to understand what they mustn't do. They mustn't come late at work. They must be punctual ngaso sonke isikhathi. Because mhlawumbe lateness yakho, there's someone in trouble, there's someone dying, there's someone so hungry in bed laphaya. I-lateness yakho khona obelethayo odinga ukukhipha ingane manje. And lezi zinto bantwana kaNkulunkulu, you need to understand ukuthi ngokuzinikela kwakho you have to sacrifice many things. Ungathi ngoba ayibusushayela u5 ebekhala umuntu laphaya uyasikwa uthi wena ayibusushayela u5 na ingane ifuna ukuphuma uzothi ayibo mina ngiyagoduka manje ngeke ngize ngikwazi. No, kumele uzinikele, work extra hours, work more, ngoba uyenza ngothando lento mntakwethu. Kodwa if ungayenzi ngothando uzoqhubeka wenze ukuthi abantu basafarishe. Uthi usufundile ungumhlengikazi ukuthi if umuntu sekufika a time of contraction, and as it's contractions, yes, time of contractions, kumele athole this certain attention, this certain thing. Ungakwenzi lokho ube busy into zakho uthi hayibo lala lapho nize nimemeze nithi lala lapho, lala ngomhlane, lala ngendlela, umemeze umuntu ememeza ekhala esikwa uthi hayibo enza isinomngiyini noma kanjani. Athi mase sale stillborn bese wena uqhamuka usuzisola usilibele uthi oh we are so sorry ingane yakho kube nama complications nani ngenxa yakho, ngenxa ubudedengu bakho. Athi esikwa umuntu nithi nimhlinza umuntu ubhizi uzicabangela izinto zakho, you have no focus, kuze kusale amathephu ngaphakathi, kuze kusale ikere ngaphakathi. Please people, musana ukuyilethela ubhubho okusheshayo man, musana ukuyilethela iziqalekiso ezivela kubaba uNkulunkulu, ngoba lokho kuzonenza ninengeke kakhulu kuNkulunkulu. And there is huge curses for all those who do bad things, because uNkulunkulu is the uNkulunkulu we-righteousness. Now I want us to go to a serious matter. Siqale ngokuthi we need to understand ukuthi uNkulunkulu wasihlelela konke. uNkulunkulu ukuthi uyasithanda, uNkulunkulu uyasinakekela, uNkulunkulu usenzela konke ngobubele bakhe, ngomusa wakhe nangothando lakhe. Wasibekela ukuthi sidleni singabantu, wasibekela ukuthi sigqokeni singabantu, sikhulume kanjani senze kanjani. And only when you get to a point of studying about the Lord, only when you will understand ukuthi kanti ngingumuntu ngithandwe kangaka, kanti ngingumuntu kumele ngibehave kanjena, kanti ngingumuntu kumele ngenze kanjena. And we made an example, a good example about nurses. Ukuthi they need to study ukuthi i-patient treatwa kanjani. They need to study ukuthi mephethwe isisu ngimnika which kind of drugs. Yes, ngifuna ukuyibeka kanjalo drugs because ngifuna nazi ukuthi lama drugs niwadlayo amaphilisi niwaphuza uyitshela ukuthi uyaphila ayakuphilisa. No, awakuphilisi, adambisa lobu buhlungu bekhanda nje kuphela ngaleso sikhathi. Adala ukuthi ama brain cells wakho alimale, ingqondo yakho ingabisafunctiona ngendlela, ingqondo yakho ingabasaba natural, kodwa ihlezi njalo ifuna lela drug. You are like a person obhema iwunga. You are nothing different to a person who puts cocaine. Benza njani? How do they do it? They separate it. Angithi bayenza ibo line kanje cocaine. Bese benza njani? I wanna make this thing so that everyone will understand it. Sorry, ngixolele kakhulu, but I really wanna. What do they do? Benza ulayini angithi they do ulayini, and then they're like, but don't say kanje, right? That's what they do, right? But don't say kanje. Now you're going to pilisi keke. That's what you're doing. That's exactly what you're doing. That's the truth of the Lord. Because you are just like any drug addict. So amaphilisi waphuze every day. Njalo ngo-6, njalo ngo-7, njalo ngo-8. Tweety eliphuze njalo. Ngoba ungaliphuza ngophathwa ikhanda. Mungawubhemayo yakho ayophathwa ikhanda. Imuphi umehluko kulezinto? Imuphi umehluko? It's one and the same thing. You are an addict as well. Just like that person, and it is a sin. People. Kuyisono kakhulu. Phambi kobuso kaNkulunkulu kuyisono. Why? Because the Lord clearly says ukuthi mina umqalisi nomphelelisi wezinto zonke. I created this flesh. I know le flesh le ukuthi khona phakathi. I know kule brain ukuthi khona. If ngazi inani lezinwele ukuthi zingakanani, ngazi nengaphakathi lakho ukuthi linjani, ngazi igazi lakho, yimina engadala laba bovu igazi lakho. So if you keep on eating all those pills, alenza igazi lakho ayalingcolisa. Abanye thola ukuthi usena negazi eselimnyama abepheli cause ubhizi uyazingcolisa ngezinto ezirongki emzimbeni wakhe. So if the Lord understand what is in you, if the Lord understand ukuthi you need to eat that certain food, and if you eat that food, you're gonna be in trouble. The Lord wants you now to come back to Him. Kuba uyena okusindisayo. The Lord wants you ukuthi mawunochoko lolo ukhona ubulephero ayenzela uNkulunkulu ukuthi abantu babuyele kuye onamani laba. Wayenzela ukuthi mawusunochoko ukhale kuJehova uthi Nkosi ngisindise baba. Remember that guy leya Nkosi leyana yafika kuJesu yathi Nkosi ngiyacela ngegama lakho ukuthi uphilise umntwana wami ulele uyagula lapha embedeni. And uJesu wathi hayi asiphuthume sihambe sekuyena wathi cha Nkosi ngoba ngiyazi ukuthi unguNkulunkulu, ngiyazi ukuthi umkhulu ungcwele, ngiyazi ukuthi igama lakho ungaliyaleza njengamanje umntwana aphile elapha ya. uNkulunkulu ufuna lokho ukuthi umbize abese yakuphilisa. Ufuna lokho ukuthi Nkosi ngiyagula ngiphethwe ikhanda secela ukuthi ungiphilise. Not you running after a grandpa. Hello, ayilaphi ikhanda iyalidambisa. Wake wathi omunye one of the preachers, and I will never forget this, one of umshumayeli wake wathi yazi ukudla leyo grandpa kufana nomuntu odriver imoto litselivela ilambu lele ukuthi nako petrol uphela yena enze njani abese ethatha a certain paper leli phepha leli abese ecima lapha ya avalele leya lela lambe libovu athi ngifuna ukucindazela ukuze ngingaboni ukuthi upetrol yaphela. Uma isima imoto ku freeway uzowenza njani? Mayisima imoto ku freeway uzokwenza njani? Cause yena into ayenzile ubuvalele lela lambe libovu ukuze angaliboni kwaphela nya. That is what you're doing mawudla amaphilisi uvalela ukuthi cause ikhanda malikuphatha. It is a sign of something. It can be a sign of ukhathala. It can be a sign of ukulamba. It can be a sign of ukushodelwa amanzi. Because sodium yakho isuke isingasa function ngendlela right in your brain cells. So you need another water to boost your sodium so that your cells, your tissues can generate ingqondo yakho iphinde ihambe ngendlela smooth ngaso sonke isikhathi. So if wena uzothi ngibeka lela lampu akushintshi ukuthi upetrol uyaphela lana. You are just being helped ukuthi upetrol yaphela. So wena phuza ke lawo maphilisi uyavala ukuthi ulambile. Uvala lokho kuphela. Because into isuke idinga ukuthi just go and have a meal. You need to rest. You've been working for 15 hours. Laphayana spa. You've been working overtime. You just need to go and rest in njengoba uphethwe ikhanda. You just need to go and rest in njengoba uphethwe iqolo. You just need to go and eat. Awudlanga whole day. You've been working and working. Ushona lena lo. Ushona lena lo. Uyabizwa. You just need to rest. But what people do, they just akise lapho uNkulunkulu uthi awume kancane nanka amaphilisi ezongisiza. Why? Because ngifuna izinto ezisheshayo nina abantu, ngifuna into yamanje, ngifuna ukuphila manje, ngifuna ukubona manje, ngifuna solution manje. You need to learn to be patient in the Lord. You need to learn to wait upon the Lord. You need to learn to trust in the Lord and do not despair. Where were we? Sisekuthenini zithole wena ukuze uthole umbuso wezulu. So sasitholile ukuthi let us say you now find yourself. You find your soul. Let me write this down. You find your soul. Okay, so what does it mean to be here emhlabeni if you find your soul? What does it mean? It means you understand ukuthi you are a spiritual being. It means you understand ukuthi you are not just this flesh. Lo, it is just inyama nje kuphela. Izandla ezokusiza la kumele usize khona, umlomo okhuluma la kumele ukhulume khona, iqiniso, amehlo okubona, and actually be able to visualize and do okuzoba usizo kuwena. Izinyawo, it is actually to go shumayele if udalelwe ube umshumayeli. Wenze intando kaNkulunkulu, help more people, go and get yourself some groceries using your feet. What does it mean that I'm a creation from heaven? It means you need to understand ukuthi uNkulunkulu akudalele kona kumele uphilele khona. What does it mean ukuba wakamhlongo? It means if la kwamhlongo kudliwa rice iviki lonke, you will need to understand ukuthi nawe kumele udle rice iviki lonke. Ungazofuna ukubona ngoba nakho kudli ujeqe lapha yakamkhize, cha, usufuna ujeqe nawe sidla rice la kamhlongo. So if you understand yourself, understand your soul, understand that you come from heaven, it means you will understand ukuthi uJesu wakudalela to eat from the ground. Noma umona lapha emhlabeni banye bedla abakuthandayo bedla okujoviwe bedla okunani. You will need to know ukuthi you need to eat from the ground to save yourself so that uzophila isikhathi eside. Dala ogogo bethu, omkhulu bethu, okhokho bethu babedla amathanga, bedla imifino, and babephila isikhathi esingakanani? Ngiyabuza, babephila isikhathi esingakanani? Babefika ko-30 sebe no BP. Babefika ko-30 sebedondolozela sebekhathala njalo be-lazy. Cha. Because babedla ukudla okuba-generatela amandla ngaso sonke isikhathi, because it's the food that comes from where they come from. So if you understand your soul, you will understand what does it mean to be here. You will understand that uNkulunkulu ukudalele ukuthi udle ukudla okuzoba usizo kuwena, okuzokwakha, okuzokukhulisa, okuzokusiza. You will understand ukuthi nendlela yokugqoka, you need to wear a certain type of clothes ezizokwenza ukuthi noma ilanga li-strike lingakugulisi. You know that if kunezingubo ozigqokile uyakwazi ukuthi zikugulise. For an example, mawuzogqoka into ezoba too tight ngaso sonke isikhathi, wear that skinny jean, wear that legging izoba too tight. Mase sikubambile ikutsinya leso sketi sakho sikutsinya la eqolo uzuvele imiqa. Mawucabanga kwenzakalani la esibelethweni sakho, kwenzakalani la? Even when it comes to males, mabezogqoka ama-under azoba too tight, kwenzakalani kuma-testes wakho? Akufi isizalo sakho? Even nendlela ogqoka ngayo, and manje sek-implementwe kakhulu o-skinny. Bona umuntu useskinekile usethe ngci sekuze kovela ihluzu if you are a man. Nowesifazane sisithe ngci isketi. Kuvela yonke inhlobo yeqhezu anayo. yonke indlela aqaleke ngayo, if une-hips liyavela, if engenalo futhi kuyavela, everyone can see. Ufana nomuntu onqunu. So we need to come back to terms in understanding ukuthi the more you study izwi kaNkulunkulu, that is when you will study ukuthi ngidalelweni lana, ngidalelwe ukuthi ngigqoke kanjani. Remember honest, bayatshela ukuthi kumele bagqoke iphi uniform angithi? Nawe unendlela okugqoka ngayo lapha emhlabeni esisiza wena futhi ekugcineni kosuku. Ubani umphefumulo? Umphefumulo indalo kaNkulunkulu. Umphefumulo it is a creation from God. Ethandekayo uNkulunkulu. Eyisicu sikaNkulunkulu. Elangazelwa izulu ukuthi ingene lapha esidlweni semshado wewundlu. What work and purposes do you need to serve? Nakho. Isaiah 43 verse 21. Laba bantu engizenzele bona ukuba bashumayele udumo lwami. Laba bantu engizenzele bona ukuba bashumayele udumo lwami. Most people will ask ukuthi ngidalelweni mina? Why am I here? uNkulunkulu ufunani kumina? I'll quote another verse. Deuteronomy 10 verse 12. uJehova uNkulunkulu wakho ufunani kuwe ngaphandle kuba umthande, umesabe, umkhonze, umthande ngayo yonke inhliziyo yakho, ngawo wonke umphefumulo wakho, ngawo wonke amandla akho, nawo wonke nje, ngawo konke unakho. Bese uyamkhonza. Bese ugcina imiyalelo yakhe. Iyona into ayifunayo leyo uJehova. Because most people bazobuza ukuthi kufunakalani kimi? If you go to that field, uzozibuza ukuthi kufunakalani kumina, kumele ngibehave kanjani? Kumele ngilethe how much energy? Kumele ngizinikele kangakanani? Kumele ngifike ngasiphi isikhathi? Kumele ngenze njani? And you will learn ukuthi kudingekalani kuwena. And now we are learning ukuthi uNkulunkulu usidalela ukuthi sishumayele udumo lwakhe. Umbabaze njalo, umkhonze njalo, wenze into yakhe njalo. Wenze okuthandekayo enkosini. Wenze okuthandekayo kuJehova uNkulunkulu wakho. Understanding your purpose, ukuthi you are created for a certain purpose. Awudalelanga nje ukuthi uzoqhotha la emhlabeni. Uzorelaxa nje wena. Hello. Kuzorelax emhlabeni omusha. Hayi manje okwamanje kusangcolile la emhlabeni. Okwamanje sisasempini kusaphithizela kakhulu. Asenzeni okumele sikwenze manje. Asiphithizeleni sonke ishumela udumo kaNkulunkulu, sisebenzeni kusemanje, siyenze isikhathi sokuphumula emhlabeni omusha la khona uzobe usuphila umathanda kusutanasa. Yazi yesterday I even mentioned ukuthi imagine usuphila emhlabeni uzofika ku 5000 years. Uneminyaka ngaki? Na 5000. Una 7,000. Wow! Imagine that kind of joy. That's the promise that the Lord has for us. So, what do you need to do? In order to survive, you will need to pray every day. You will need to fast. Ngaso sonke isikhathi mawuthola isikhathi. Not mawuthola isikhathi. Ingapheli iviki ungazilanga ukudla. Please. What you need to do, you need to serve the Lord through people. Ngokusiza abanye abantu. Ngokuwashumayeza, ngobakhulekela. Anything uNkulunkulu akuyaleza ngayo, you need to do that. And we must understand ukuthi since ubaba ehlala ekhaya ezulwini, niyazi nani ukuthi umzali athi umzali ukuzala ukuzelula amathambo. Okusho ukuthini lokho? Okusho ukuthi nanoma ngasiphi isikhathi mawufuna ingane yakho ukuthi kusize noma yenze anything ewumsebenzi noma ikuyele somewhere, kuba lula because manje awusazenzeli ingane zikhona, but uyathumela sibani awugijime esitolo, sibani wenza ukuthi. So uNkulunkulu ufuna ukuthi sihleli ebukhoneni la khona ezothi mefika kuwe athi sacela wenze umsebenzi wokuthi uhambe uye eMaritzburg ebandleni elokuthi ulitshele ukuthi ngizoliqalekisa, ngizolijezisa ngoba sekugcwele izitabani khona, ngoba sekugcwele abathakathi khona, ngoba nomfundisi wakhona uthwele ngiyamazi. uNkulunkulu ufuna lokho bese uyagijima ungqabashiya ushone khona. Remember what uJona did? Wayethunyelwa ukuthi ayotshela izwe laseNinive ukuthi nizofa. Maningaphenduki nizofa. After 3 days nizofa. Hello, nizofa. Phendukani. Wayethunyelwe lokho. And wahamba wafika wabatshela. Ngokuhlakanipha kwabo, inkosi yathi avele kuzile wonke umuntu. Kwazila kwankomo, kwazilwa kwayingane encelayo. For 3 days bengaphuzi amanzi, bengadli kudla. Ngaleyo ndlela uNkulunkulu wabona ukukhala kwabo, wabona ukuzimisela kwabo, wabathethelela bangabe besabhubha. Esehlela lapho uJona elindile ukuthi hayi iyasho ke manje leyo nto sebezobhubha ke manje. Profethile phela. Kibatshelile phela ukuthi uNkulunkulu uthini. Bathi uNkulunkulu wabenzela umusa. Ngubaba uhlala ekhaya ezulwini. Akekho nomusa njengaye Nkosi yami. Okay, another thing ekumele uyazi ukuthi yini ekumele ungayenzi. What you mustn't do. Yini ekumele ungayenzi? Isono. Yini ekumele ungayenzi? Ukuhleba. Umona. Ukuxokozela. Ukudakwa. Ukuba namehla azidlayo. Ubufebe. Ukubulala. Ukuphinga. Ungagcini sabatha. Ungahloniphi. Yini ekumele ungayenzi? Ukuzikhukhumeza, ukuzikhonza wena. Yini ekumele ungayenzi? Ukuhamba la kuthanda khona wena. Yini ekumele ungayenzi? Ukuphatha abanye abantu kabi. Yini ekumele ungayenzi? Ukuzimoshela isikhathi. Yini ekumele ungayenzi? Ukuthanda izinto but zithibe, uzithobe khona uzohlala ongcwele. Only by studying izwi likaNkulunkulu. Only by, because it's like a university. Ukufunda iBhayibheli and umoya ongcwele, the greatest teacher will come and teach you. Akufundise kumele ukwazi. Remember nasikoleni kunesyllabus angithi yazi ukuthi okay ngoJanuary makufundwa ngedevelopment, ngoFebruary kufundwa ngeproduction kanjalo. Siyazi ukuthi these things line up because kumele uqale kwi-foundation, uqale kwi-history ukuthi who are nurses, how did they start being nurses, uqale kwi-history ukuthi ubani umuntu wadaleka kanjani, edalwa ubani, wadalelwa ukuthi serve a purpose. Then ngokuhamba kwesikhathi ila uzohamba kuye ngokuye kuqine, kuye ngokuye ufunde ngesitha, kuye ngokuye ufunde ngoNephilim, kuye ngokuye ufunde ngesiprofeti, kuye ngokuye ufunde ngesikhathi esizayo ukuthi sizophila nezilwane la emhlabeni. And the more ufunda, the more uhlakanipha, the more uqonda futhi udedebine. Job 28 verse 28. Uqala ukuhlakanipha kungumesaba uJehova. Ukuqonda kungukudeda ebubini. Only the wise fear the Lord. Only the understanders live obubi. Because if you understand ukuthi loya muntu luyana mengabe ehambe lapha emgaqweni wathi hamba kuleya nto yabona ngena khona amanzi, I'm not sure ukuthi ibizwa ngokuthi yini, wathi hamba phezulu kwayo yavele yaqophoka yathi ququ yacishe yamwelisa phakathi. If you can see that and you actually be able to discern ukuthi nami angahambi lapha, otherwise nami ngizocisha ngingene lapha. But if you do not want to do that, uzophila na uhambe in the very same pit ebese wena uba nenkinga ungene phakathi. Umuntu ohlakaniphile, umuntu understandayo, okwazi ukuyi-understand into esayibuka le. Ngiyazi ukuthi abantu abaningi kuyaye kushiwo ukuthi if ufunde emaphutheni akho. But only the wisest learn from other people's mistakes. Because into mayenzeke komunye umuntu, yini ezoyivimba ukuthi yenzeke kuwena? Yini ezoyivimba ukuthi yenzeke the very same way njengoba yenzekile kuloya muntu nakuwena ngokunjalo. So only a wise person will see ukuthi uhambile ethi uya kuleya interview bangamthatha and nami njobe ngenze the same course. Uthi nami ngiye baze bangithathe. Hayi uqhubha inkani uthi nami ngifuna ukubona. Ngeke phela mhlawumbe uyena obhedile. Ziningi izinto ekumele niqonde abantu bakaNkulunkulu. Ziningi izinto ekumele nizazi. My time is kind of long now. Let me try ngegoqa le ndaba. So what does it take to pass and be successful in this field? What does it take to pass and be successful ukuthi uzobonana noKristu? What does it take for you to be able to be in that wedding supper? It takes a level of surrendering to the Lord full time. It takes a level of knowing the Lord. And maso graduator ila khona usufundile ngoKristu, usubhabhadiswa ke manje. Ungene emanzini ucwile uthi ngiyamamukela uJesu njengenkosi nomsindisi. Mase usubhabhadisiwe, when you have graduated, what happened? Do you just graduate and then relax uhlale ekhaya? Angeke uzosebenza? Mase ugraduateile? So mase usugraduateile usubhabhadisiwe, suka ke manje wenza intando kaNkulunkulu. Because that is what is expected of you right now. Suka njengamanje uhambe uyofuna ukuthi Nkosi ngomenzelani uJesu, ngiyokwenzelani manje ngoba usungenzele konke, usuthengile umzimba wami ngegazi lakho, ususithengile wangihlambulula zonke izono, njengoba sengingcwele manje sengakwenzelani mina ngingumuntu ngiphila lapha emhlabeni, ngalenzelani izulu. Find yourself to find heaven. Usuyitholileke manje ukuthi ukubani? Usuzitholileke manje ukuthi ngidalwe uNkulunkulu. Usuzitholileke manje ukuthi kumele ngigqoke kanjani, ngikhulume kanjani, ngenze kanjani, ngifunde izwi lami every day. Kumele ngizile njengoba noKristu wazila. Kumele ngiphile impilo yobungcwele njengoba noKristu wabuseva ubungcwele ephila lapha emhlabeni. Yini ke kumele ngiyenze manje? You need to work now. Shumaye livangeli. Ubabaza igama likaNkulunkulu. Abanye bake baze bathi noma ikephi la ukhona udumisa uNkulunkulu, ubabaza igama lakhe. Whether useTexini, umuntu uxoxa naye ngokufaka uNkulunkulu. Whether usemsebenzini, ufaka uNkulunkulu. Bashumayeze baze bacefezeleke abantu. In each and every section, every field, uNkulunkulu this, uNkulunkulu that, uNkulunkulu this. Ngaleyo ndlela umoya kaNkulunkulu uzohlezi unawe. Uzohlezi ukusiza because umoya kaNkulunkulu iwona understanda ukuthi lo muntu ohleli naye eTexini yazi unenkinga e1 no2 no3. If nixoxa ngoNkulunkulu iwona uzokulidela to the same problem, and then whatever nizoyixoxa naye yazi uzobumsizile. Whatever ozoyivumela uvulela inhliziyo yakho ukuthi ayikhulume kuwena uzobusa umsizile because usufarisha from depression, udinga umuntu azomxoxela inkinga zakhe so that izokhuleka. Only the Lord understands that. You do not understand it. But wena into kumele uyenze ukuthi uhlale usebukhoneni baNkulunkulu ngaso sonke isikhathi so that uNkulunkulu ezokwazi ukukhazimuliswa ngawe, ezokwazi ukukhazimuliswa ngezindebe zakho, ezokwazi ukukhazimuliswa ngomzimba wakho, ezokwazi ukukhazimuliswa ngayo yonke into onayo. Why? Because when uhlele ebukhoneni baNkulunkulu. Why? Because ngaso sonke isikhathi wena you allow the Holy Spirit. Remember wabaseKorinto bokuqala chapter 6 verse 19 uthanazi yini ukuthi imizimba yenu idokodo likamoya ongcwele ongamele wenze nanoma yini ngayo. Okusho ukuthi if wenza nanoma yini umoya ongcwele ngeke uzukwazi ukufika ngoba umoya ongcwele awufiki le taveni, ngoba umoya ongcwele awufiki mawuthakatha, ngoba umoya ongcwele awufiki kumuntu onomona, ngoba uzothi ufikile kuwena ungawuboni. Because ingqondo yakhe ibhizi yacabanga ukuthi ish yabona nje sibanibani. So you need to understand ukuthi wasegraduateile wazithola usutholile umbuso wezulu. Ngoba uzobe usu-understanda ke manje ukuthi okay njengoba ngisebenza lapha emhlabeni kumele ngibehave ngalendlela, kumele ngihlezi ngingcwele, kumele ngihlezi ngihlambulula, kumele ngihlezi ngidle ukudla okufanelekile ukuze ngisize mina, ukuze ngikwazi ukuzela ukudla, kumele ngihlezi ngaso sonke isikhathi ngivumiza umuntu zami ukuze kungabi khona intuba isitha sohlezi singihlebela ngayo sithi ubonile ukuthi izolo uhlebile izulu alikulalele. but mawuzivuma same time fast uguqe ngedolo lakho uthi Nkosi ngiyaxolisa sengiphinde ngahleba uNkulunkulu uzowuza umthandazo wakho, and the Lord will flush everything away, and you will be able to generate a new idea, a new form of love to get back to the Lord the Father ngaso sonke isikhathi, because you will need to be ebukhoneni bakaNkulunkulu ngaso sonke isikhathi ukuze uNkulunkulu ezohlala nawe, ukuze uzo-understand ukuthi kudingakalani kuwena, ukuze uzokwazi ukuthi kumele ubehave kanjani, ukuze uzokwazi ukuthi kumele ulwele kanjani umbuso wezulu, and ungadedeli lutho yakususa ebukhoneni bakaNkulunkulu. So now usufundile-ke, usulifundile izwi kaNkulunkulu, usuyazi ukuthi ungubani, usuyazi ukuthi umphefumulo wena, usuyazi ukuthi ingaphakathi lakho ilona elizobonana noNkulunkulu, usuyazi ukuthi lo mzimba uzofa, usuyakwazi konke. Kumele ukusebenzele-ke ukuthi umbonane noNkulunkulu, ngoba uKristu kumele akufice ungcwele la, uKristu kumele akufice ucwebile la, kumele akufice ungumlobokazi ongibethe ingubo eliyelinene elicolekileyo, kumele akufice usebukhoneni bakhe ngaso sonke isikhathi, kumele akufice wenza intando yakhe. Naku ukubekezela kwabangcwele, Revelations 14 verse 12, yes. Naku ukubekezela kwabangcwele abagcina imelo kaNkulunkulu nobufakazi bakhe, yes. Ukubekezela kwakho ukuzokwenza ungene ezulwini ngokuziqonda ukuthi ngubani, ngokuziqonda ukuthi kumele wenzeni, ngokuziqonda ukuthi kumele ungenzi ini, ngokuziqonda ukuthi kumele uphile kanjani, ngokuziqonda ukuthi kumele wenze kanjani. So nalithuba isanjalo indaba zithole wena ukuze uthole umbuso wezulu, ukuze ukhulule umphefumulo wakho, and then ukuze ukwazi ukuthi uthole isikhiye sokungena lapha ekhaya ezulwini esiwubungcwele, ngoba isono siyanyanyeka uNkulunkulu, asikaze sanganyanyeka, namanje sisanyanyeka, siyohlezi futhi sinyanyeka. Ngaso susitholile leso sikhiye leso sokungena ekhaya ezulwini, and then you will be happy for the rest of your life because you are promised heavens. And in closing, nje, I would like to say, umbuso wezulu ususondele, phendukani, nizifunde, nizithole khona nizokwenza intando kaNkulunkulu. I just hope by making it in this sort of summary, in this sorts of examples, everyone can be able to understand ukuthi kulindelekeni kubona, because iyona nto edida abantu abaningi ukuthi kufunakalani kumina, kumele ngenze njani. You need to get back to understanding where you come from. You need to get back to understanding why you were created, how you were created, how do you need to behave, how do you need to act, how do you need to do things, how do you need to go in your path so that you will find heaven. Because the heavens is calling you, the heavens is inviting you. But I invite nanombani, I invite futhi sono, I invite futhi ungcola. Remember masuklinile endlini yakho ama-tiles akho, yamvumela umuntu nodwa kangene bhaka. Ma umuntu oklini kodwa ubuthanda ukuhlanzeka. No, yazi uthini? Uthi shiya lapha icathulo zakhe eminyango, noma umdlalele indwangu ukuthi okay, icathulo zakho noma ungangishiya eminyango ngoba kuyanetha, sizoyibeka la zona kodwa ungene ngenyawo la endlini ngoba izicathulo zakho zizongcolisa. This is what the heaven wants from you. Shiya lokho ngcola lapha ngaphandle le, khona uzokwazi ungena ezulwini. Otherwise if ungafuna ukukushiya uzofana nalezi ezinja lezi ezifebe nabathakathi ku-Revelation 22 ezihleli lapha ngaphandle. If ungafuni kodwa ukushiya isona, ngoba sifuneke ezulwini isona, kufuneka wena, kufuneka umphefumulo wakho, kufuneka ubungcwele, kufuneka wena ulalela, kufuneka wena uhlonipha, kufuneka wena uthobeka, kufuneka wena wenza intando kaNkulunkulu. So the Lord loves you. uNkulunkulu anibusise kakhulu, uNkulunkulu anisize, anisibekele. I'm not large enough in this because this, I think it's just the second video that I'm going to post in this channel, in this platform, and I'm just umlomo kaNkulunkulu ngesikhathi esifanele nangenkathi athanda ngaso, but there are a few videos, let me just say there are like 100 videos on TikTok where you can just find the simplest summary ngezinto uNkulunkulu azama ukuthi aziphoze aziveze kubantu. And then this platform, this is where we're gonna have more explanations of things deep within, ukuze sichaze kahle indaba, sikwazi uku-understanda and get the deep concepts of everything that the Lord wants us to know and understand. And on Facebook, I'm still Lithemba Mzobe. On Facebook, I'm just gonna write everything. I'm typing everything down in writings nakhona in summary, because manje sesikhathini zokugcina, isikhathi esinaso sincane, so we need to use for isikhathi sisebenzise ngendlela efanelekile, and everything is more in Zulu ke in Facebook, so you can go there and study, because we haven't had more, but I just wish to invite more people to just please save yourselves, because uNkulunkulu uzositshengisa ukuthi kumele senzeni, uzositshengisa ukuthi siphile emhlabeni onjani, uzositshengisa ukuthi kumele senze njani ukuze sizosindisa thina. So on Facebook it's just Lithemba Mzobe, la khona, and it's I've just I only have writings, and here I'm gonna have videos in long depths, like long preachings or long teachings, and then on TikTok it's just summaries, so that a person can glimpse and understand ukuthi hayibo konke kumele ngenze njani, kumele ngiphile kanjani. And then you're gonna come back here on YouTube so that you can understand deep within everything, deep concepts, and be able to save yourself. The Lord loves you. uNkulunkulu abe nani anisize ngaso sonke isikhathi, anibusise kakhulu. God bless you.